Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talking Tractors with me, Raznek. And today we are looking at a couple classic John Deere tractors from the late 70s, early 80s. These are some of the most popular. Hi. These are some of the most popular tractors of that time. John Deere sold a huge amount of these tractors around that time. So yeah, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to take a look at a couple of them, not just the tractor history, but we're actually going to look at the mod itself just a little bit. This is we'll start there. We'll look at the mod. This is the John Deere 40 series, and this is a conversion slash re-edit of previous, from I think all the way back to 15, maybe early 17. But this is done by Rooster Mods, and he's been kind of tearing the tractor apart and putting it back together using the stuff from 19. He's been improving upon it. So it's just not a conversion, it's a conversion slash edit, I think would be the best thing. Here, we'll jump in the tractor real quick. Take a look in cab here. And fire it up. So if you watch as I fire up the dashboard, it's actually has a working dashboard. The key, you can see the key move everything. So we'll fire that up. The 4240, I think, and the 4440, you can put front loaders on them, and it'll attach to the Zoll FZ60 here. You can see that. We'll jump out of the tractor and we'll take a look. Let me do something real quick, just so we can hear the beauty of these things. You can see the animated fan. Not only do you have the animated fan, but you have an animated throttle. If you watch his hand, even though I'm going in reverse, but forward and reverse, he'll push it forward, and it has a brake animation. You watch his foot there. I'll do it again. See his brake? His brake will hit his foot will jump out and hit the brake. That's really cool. And he's constantly updating this. This is kind of a continuous work in progress. It's a working mod, and the mod works just fine. I think he's been adding in the the new textures to the mod as well. I know that the color of it has changed. The paint texture is changed. It used to be kind of an old blurry one, and I know he's changed that. As for the lights, I believe he's got we got the yellow lights. They're not the bright white. They're actually the kind of the old-timey yellow lights. They look really nice. Drive around here. Kill it. And what we'll do is we'll jump in the shop real quick and I'll show you. It is under medium tractors. So the 4240 is 110 horsepower and the 4440 is 130 horsepower, and that is accurate to history, and we'll go over that in just a second. I'll show you this real quick in the shop. So you have a couple options. You have Firestone or Goodyear brand tires. The Firestone, you come with no stub standard, wide duals, wide standard, thick duals. You can see they're thicker, and then thick standard, standard duals, standard, and then no hub standard. And then Goodyear, I think, has the same standard duals. Standard is all the Goodyear has. You have two different options. As for weights, you have no weight, and then you can add 300 pound, 500 pound, 700 pound, 900 pound, 11, 13, and then you have what's called the classic 1100 pound weight, which I believe is kind of modeled more of the weight at the time. And then engine setup, you have the 4240, or you have the 4240 with the chrome stack. Those are your different engines. See the different pipe there, which I think is pretty cool. And then you can add the front loader to the 4240. Set up real quick. And then the 4440, which is the 130 horsepower. Same tire configuration, so you can go Firestone or Goodyear. Just gonna go with standard duals on this one. We'll just do thick standard. Again, 4440 or the 4440 chrome stack. You can add weights, and you can add a front load attacher to it too. We'll jump over here and I'll show you the ones we leased real quick. And you can see there's a lot of different variations for the tractor. There it is with the chrome stack, all the parts, things looking good. Got Goodyear on the treads. It's a great little mod. He's been working on the rear connection. It actually has more that more US style pin to the rear, I believe. And you can get all this information over at Rooster Mod's Facebook page. We'll run over here. That's the 4440 working. So while we're at it, let's talk about the tractors a little bit. A little real information about the tractors. And while we'll do it, we'll jump in the 4240. We'll fire it up, unfold the 1600 chisel plow, and we'll talk about these tractors. So you're looking at the John Deere 4240. This was built from 1978 to 1982 in Waterloo, Iowa. Both the tractors, the 4440 and the 4240, were built in Waterloo, Iowa. A little bit about the tractor. Had a 46-gallon. The 4240 had a 46-gallon, 7.6 liter 6-cylinder engine that had a rated 110 horsepower, and then testing showed that it actually had 111 PTO horsepower and 93 on the drawbar. 93 horsepower on the drawbar. You could come with a couple different configurations. You can do the 4240 row crop, which I think is what we see here, and then there also was a 4240 high crop, which had a higher ground clearance on the tractor. You could get it in a 4x2, or there was a 4x4 option that was available at the time. Cab on the 4240 came standard. You can see the cab, and that's the Sound Comfort cab, I believe, by John Deere. Front end loader options were available for this as well. Came with two different kinds of transmissions. You can get a power shift transmission or a quad range transmission. Those were both available on both the tractors. Weight came in for the 4240 at 10,900 pounds to 14,090 pounds, and the price in 1982 for 4240 was $40,000, and that was in 1982. If you adjust for inflation today, you're looking at $105,000 in 2019 money. So thank you, inflation. Jump in here, put this guy to work. That's what we'll do as he works away. And that is the John Deere 4240. Wonderful mod. I'll put a link in the mod description. You can see the cab animations. He's bouncing around in there. He's adjusting the speed. It's a great mod. And a classic American tractor. I don't know if it gets any more classic than this. And then the helpers make the traffic mad, and that's farm sim mechanics for you. I don't know why. They don't like... Maybe he's just liking watching people work. Trying to get our attention. Oh. Great mod and wonderful American tractor. We'll jump over the 4440 real quick. So this is the John Deere 4440. The most popular, I think, of all the 40, there was a 4430, I believe, that was made by John Deere, and they sold upwards around 75,000 of those. In my research I found, and that was of the, I think, of the 4400 series, or this series of tractors, that was the most popular, was the 4430. The exact difference I really don't know, but they did sell more 4430s than any other tractor. It's the plow turns around here. Alright, so the John Deere 4440 drove in by our female friend there. Alright, say hi. Sorry, I'm being goofy today. Again, built from 1978 to 1982 in Waterloo, Iowa. You could get, this could come, this was a 130 horsepower tractor. Still use the same John Deere 7.6 liter 6-cylinder engine. You could get it with a variety of transmissions, both the power shift and the quad range transmission. Again, 130 horsepower was rated at and tested. You had 130 PTO horsepower, and the drawbar was 112 horsepower on the tests on this tractor. Let's see, 65-gallon tank versus the 46-gallon tank that the 4240 had. Let's see, weight, this one was 11,780 pounds to 15,775 pounds, depending on the configuration of the vehicle. This came with a standard cab, but also you could get what was a 4-post ROPS, or open cab model, on the 4440. I didn't find that information on the 4240, but I'm not saying it didn't exist. I just couldn't find the info. They're going to run into each other at some point. Let's see what else. Again, you could get this in the 4x2 or the 4x4. Both were available. Both were available in a standard row crop configuration, or you could get the high crop, which I believe was a higher ground clearance, which I think we already talked about. As for price, the 4440 came in at $44,000, and if you convert that to today's money in 2019, thank you for inflation and the constant printing of dollars, this vehicle today would cost $116,000. That is the John Deere 4440. Great tractors and great mods, really great mods. And we'll avoid the collision. We'll jump in our John Deere gear. There I am with my John Deere hat, my John Deere shirt. We'll get out of this guy's way as he finishes. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed the little exploration of the mod. I will put a link to the mod below in the description. It's been a while since I did a Talking Tractors episode. I just haven't really had the time. And I really enjoy doing these, and I hope to do more. But I wanted to showcase this mod. I've actually messaged the modder, and he's an extremely nice person, so jump over to Rooster Mods, follow his channel, and that way you can check out as he continues to update and convert this over to 19. It is fully working now, works wonderful, but I know he is constantly trying to improve it, and he has more John Deere's in the future that he is planning. Some other conversions / edits that he's working on to do, and I know he shows video or pictures of him breaking down the mod and rebuilding some of the parts, so he puts a lot of work into these, so definitely go give him an appreciation. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you have any information about these wonderful tractors, any real-life information about these wonderful tractors, please drop it in the comments. Share it with the viewers. If you use these, I know a lot of people out there had these on their farms. As a kid, I remember seeing these same tractors. I wasn't a farmer, but you could see these tractors. I grew up in around a bunch of dairy farms, and you could see these tractors. I mean, just like these and the 4955s, and a lot of the classic John Deere tractors. So definitely check it out. Check out the mod, and thank you for watching. Until we see you next time, stay safe. Bye.